Summit Point is kind of unique in every conceivable spectrum. I don't think there's any such facility like this really on Earth. I don't know any that have the breadth of tactical training that we have, both for the government customer and some commercial.
The great thing about Summit Point is we have the ability to constantly adapt. And we're taking a lot of modern techniques, the stuff that's coming right from the battlefield, and we're taking a lot of historical context stuff, and we have to continue to evolve.
The hardest part is when the students leave here, have we given them enough? Is it going to save their life down the road? Did they pick up that one nugget that Eric's talking about to store away and go, I remember this, and use it to save their own lives or the lives of the guys they're with?
For over 50 years, Summit Point has stood apart. A facility built not from ambition alone, but from necessity. A proving ground for America's most capable protectors.
The vision behind Summit Point Training Facility initially in the 60s by Bill Scott himself was you want to create an environment that he could train race car drivers. Mid-70s, it kind of coalesced into a special operations training facility because these guys wanted to learn how to drive to the best of their abilities.
Then after the tragedy of Operation Eagle Claw, training for elite units was further prioritized.
Some of the newer Tier 1 elements that had been created after that Desert One event needed some driver's training. And so at that moment, the facility kind of split and Bill started conducting that training for those units. We sort of became an accidental government contractor.
I think one of the biggest things that makes us unique is the ability to host multiple clients at the same time, but also switch up venues on students so that every day they come out here, it could be a new look or a new problem that they have to solve.
We're basically an hour outside of DC, and that comes with a lot of advantages. It allows the stakeholders, the leadership in government to be able to come out and really test tactics, test people, train people, allow that research and development to occur, and it gives the government the ability to kind of get that front row seat. So the location is, second to none.
Born from racing, forged through history, and still evolving, Summit Point continues to redefine what readiness means. But capability means nothing without transformation, and transformation only happens when pressure meets purpose.
We want to push them and give them the resources and the ability to be put in circumstances ahead of time through training that they may encounter in real life. Train like an operator means having that same focus, ability to adapt, overcome, to the same things that you would be dealing with in the field. That focus, that resiliency, that attention to detail, and that drive to overcome those challenges.
We're taking straight from the battlefield. We're getting guys that are still adjunct instructors, that are still in the military, they're still frontline dudes, and they're coming back to us saying, hey, this is what's being used right now.
So we teach the basics and the fundamentals over and over again. Once the students seem to be getting that down, then we start throwing things at them. And we stress them by time, noise, distractions, whatever we can do to elevate the situation so that they have to deal with that and adjust.
At the end of the day, good training isn't really physical, it isn't really mechanical, it's mental. The real transformation that really matters long term is preparing our students mentally for the hardships that they're going to face.
And when you see them start to grasp and then start to master that skill, it's that light bulb moment. It's starting to come on.
It's in that moment between repetition and realization that Summit Point's true mission comes alive. Because what happens here isn't just training, it's preparation for survival.
Balancing the stressors of reality with safe training, we flirt that line so that the first time a student sees something isn't real world.
We want to push it to the absolute limit to be as realistic in the training as possible in everything we do. But we ensure that we have safety as paramount across the board. We have an on-site EMS department that ensures as we do some of this training, they're ready to respond.
Fortunately, our team are world-class experts. They don't do anything that is truly unsafe. We really can get our students right at that edge of hyper-realism without crossing that line.
You know, we never celebrate information that we get back that, guys have been involved in something, but it does mean something when we get real-world feedback on something that we taught here actually saved lives. An example is we had a small team of 3 vehicle movement in a pretty austere environment overseas. That movement was hit, ambushed, with an IED and small arms fire. Luckily, the IED malfunctioned to the point that it disabled the vehicle but caused no immediate injuries. They were able to go ahead and execute a vehicle evac and then break contact before anyone sustained any life-threatening injuries, and then they were able to give aid en route back to their safe house.
We've heard the success stories where they've come close to some bad things and where they almost didn't make it home. And they've directly told us, hey, the stuff we've learned from you has been awesome. And we've used the tactics and the skills, medical side, driving side, firearm side, the CQB, everything's, correlated exactly how you guys told us it was going to go.
That enables our ability to better train them, better enable them to return to their families, because that's what it's all about. Safeguarding the people that are safeguarding us.
Lessons from the past save lives today. The innovations being tested here are shaping tomorrow. In a world where threats evolve faster than ever, Summit Point has become the place where innovation meets application, and where technology meets those who depend on it.
People is everything. Our phrase, one Summit Point.
It directly reflects on the quality of the training that we give them.
Any of the instructors here, we want to learn. We learn as much from the students as they learn from us.
Summit Point is our people. We're dedicated to the customer. We're dedicated to a relationship with the customer. We're not transactional. We're not after headlines. We're after doing the right thing.
The contribution to national security, that's why we're getting out of bed in the morning. It's everything that we do.
Mission success for us is delivering training to our clients that again give them the tools they need to succeed wherever the world takes them.
Because at the end of the day, it's not about fame, it's about duty.
To elevate national security with world-class training, research and development, testing, evaluation, and operational support for government initiatives.
That culture is one Summit Point. We're one team.